Welcome, viewers. This episode I am showing off where all the data pads that I know of are in this game. First one can only be gotten on Legendary, and I'm just going to assume that all of them can only be gotten on Legendary. You gotta kill this elite at the very beginning of Winter Contingency. It can be kinda tricky to take out, but either way, here's the data pad. I'm gonna a few of them you'll see me have me speed up scrolling through them, but either way, if you want to really read them, you can pause the video. I'm not going to read them out. That didn't taste too good. So let me think. After this, I will be doing a mini achievement guide and showing, achievement guide for the campaign achievements. Then from there, I will be most likely going through the different things in Halo Reach, like custom games and all that other fun stuff. And at the very end of the Let's Play, I'm going to have clips of failures and other fun stuff. So yeah, stuff to fun will be had. Anyways, the second one in this mission is just follow the way that I go through, and you should be just about fine. So yeah, instead of going the normal path that I do with the vehicles, I say go this path, because yeah, it just leads you right to the area. Most people that I've seen do these pad walkthroughs, data pad walkthroughs, already kill the enemies, but I really don't see the point in it. For some reason, the enemies seem to ignore you while you're looking at the data pads. Like, there are like 15 enemies in this area, and they don't bother attacking me. Kinda funny. To me. Luckily, most of the data pads are fairly early on in the mission. And also, luckily, you don't have to start at the beginning of the mission to have the data pads spawn. So, next up, we got Oni Sword Base. First one is over here in the comms array. You do not need sprint, but this is the most widely accepted way of getting up to it, because this is the quickest way, but you can scale the mountain to get in, to get over to this data pad. Anyways, just sprint jump across, and all the way in the back, we have data pad number 1 of Oni Sword Base. And of course, I did look up a data pad list, just that way I know exactly where all of them are, because really it can't be a complete guide if I only know where. I think I knew a total of like 4 data pads were in this entire game. So, second one, after you get through with all of that fun stuff on the outside, don't know why the screen went dark there. Just come up over here where, fuck you, Grunt. Anyways, the next data pad under the steps. Data pad. Oh yeah. So yeah, after this episode, I will be going back to Winter Contingency, show off the 2 achievements that you can get in there, and move on to the next one that you can potentially get an achievement in if I haven't already gotten it. Either way, yeah. Unfortunately, you don't get any avatar awards or even achievements for finding the data pads, so it's not really all that useful. This one, just turn right, hidden between 2 rocks, kind of hidden inside some brush. There's data pad number 1 for Nightfall. Yeah. And data pad number 2. Let's go on and go back up here. Some people think that you need sprint, and I actually figured out a way that you don't need the sprint function to get this data pad. just go on and crouch jump over to here. I did fail a couple times at doing this, by the way, viewers. The data pad over on the right, you can kind of see it. See, data pad. So yeah, let's go on, drop down, up, and touchdown. And the way you gotta do this is crouch jump onto the mountain face to where I was trying to jump over to. It can be kind of difficult, but it negates your need for a sprint function. And in fact, most of these data pads require no armor abilities at all. Actually, it's the only one that I can think of that does require an armor ability is the very first one in Winter Contingency. I tried grenade jumping there. Failed miserably. But yeah, like I was saying, the only one that I can think of that does need the and there we go. Catch it just right, you can jump again and get over here. But yeah, the only one that I can think of that does need it is the sprint function for the first one in Winter Contingency, just that way you can catch them in time. Because at the very beginning of the mission, he's already going to be running. Other than that, the only other data pads that you can get require any other armor abilities. This one, oh boy. Computer's lagging. Yeah, like I was saying, this one, it, hold on, viewers. Okay, there it goes. This one, it's, well, it's in right where you, right after the point where you kill the zealot and get that achievement. Of course, I brought my rocket hog because I love that freaking thing. And, yeah, it's right over there on them shelves. Let's go and hop in my rocket hog and drive the fuck off. And, of course, this time I have Cat with me. Holy balls. What a concept. Ooh, triple kill. Nice.
Update 6. Scan show another Covenant.
Alright, and this one can be really funny to get. If you got a ghost, you can... I've actually done it. You can jump over to that platform over there, but if you don't, you got to do a bunch of crouch jumps. So crouch jump onto that, hop up on up, and over on that. Don't overshoot like I just did. Up. Alright. And then it's just a simple matter of crouch jumping over, and datapad number 2 for tip of the spear. Some of these data pads are really close to each other. For instance, the one over in Long Night of Solace. First one, you've got, let's see, we're just past the area where I take out the Wraith inside the building. Head on over and take a left, hop on up, and I didn't point it out because I actually didn't notice it, but data pad right there. I was kind of dense not to notice it, but whatever. Now, these data pads may not make sense in the order that I'm getting them, since I'm just going one mission after the other to get them. These are actually numbered, and like you don't know which number it is. You can look up which one is which one comes first and all that fun stuff, but the second one in this mission showed it off earlier. Hop on up, fail. I said hop, and hop. There we go, and crouch jump right on across. Go. By the way, like I stated earlier in the Let's Play, all of the jumps that I do are crouch jumps and data pad. So yeah, that covered, each mission has two data pads in them, except for the last one. At least I don't think there's one or two in Lone Wolf. I've only been able to find one, and indeed everyone else has only been able to find one. So I'm of the impression that there is only one in that mission anyways. Here on Exodus, up on this catwalk, after you take out the elites, or before, it doesn't really matter which order you do them in. You can take them out before or after. Order! Order! Arrgh! But yeah, we got our datapad right there, and the next one is actually kind of a pain in the ass to do because it involves spawning enemies that I don't want to spawn. Phase on forwards to after I take a bunch of the enemies out. You need your jetpack to get to this one as well. In fact, this is those two are the only other two that I can remember that needed a armor ability to get to. So yeah, if you walk across the bridge, enemies will spawn. And let's go on and do this. Jetpack on over to. Okay, that was weird. On over to these girders over here. I generally try to shoot the second from the top just to make things a little bit quicker. Kinda hook jet around the the top girder, that way you can just get up here. Crouch that way I can just see where it is, and hook jetpack on up. Ooh, almost missed. And second one in Exodus, right here. So yeah, second one in Exodus, it's fun stuff.
Flying the Falcon.
And heading on over to New Alexandria. At the very start of the mission, just immediately turn around. This one is in about negative 150 altitude. Just keep falling until you see negative 100 or so and look around for the data pad. In fact, I overshoot. I really overshot. Go on up. I'm at negative 200. Actually, negative 300 to be specific. But anyways, it's on that ledge over there, and this one is the hardest to get without an armor ability because you gotta jigger it in just such a way that way you land on the ledge instead of falling to your death. Anyways, datapad number 1. After you read this, go on and call for evac so we can get datapad number 2. If I remember right, datapad number 2 does not appear until you see number 1. So, edit forwards for my evac. Hop on in. And this one you need to go for the really this just gives me a headache. Sorry about that, viewers. I was trying to iron out some stuff with my computer. Anyways, you need to head for the tallest building that you see in this mission. Right behind it, we've got the datapad. And this one can be kind of tricky to spot. Just fly over to this side and drop out of your Falcon. I can see it right there. Hop on down, and datapad. Look, Falcon. Let's access datapad. No, damn you, Falcon. Thank you. So yeah, that's datapad number 2 on New Alexandria. So yeah, next up we've got the datapad number 1 in the package. This one you can only get before you activate the elevator. It's really close, so yeah, just turn a little bit more to the left and look on the ground, you'll see this datapad. And the next one is the I know I stammer a lot and all that fun stuff, make false comments, but this one you also need the jetpack to get to it. As far as I know, you need the jetpack to get to it. I can experiment a little off screen and see if you can get to it without the jetpack, but either way, just once you get into here, run on over. Since I didn't show where the jetpack was in the main Let's Play,
Doctor,
I'm going to show off where it is now.
Spartan, you cannot allow the Covenant to break through the door to my lab.
understood. Let's give the
Edithin Halsey's lab. I've got data pads to collect.
There are 4 defense turrets to assist you in defending the lab.
Well,
get them online and quick.
so we get
The turrets take
jetpack.
much damage, they'll shut down.
Alright, so for this one can be
Reactivate them when they come back
kind of
online.
tricky to get if you're not proficient in using jetpacks. Go on and activate this turret just to distract the enemies, sorta. Anyways, we need to get over there, so just go on and hunker down on this building, wait for your jetpack to fully recharge. Wait a couple seconds, okay, it's recharged, we can go. We need to not jetpack onto the bridge, but just beyond it. You can see a data pad. And there it is. There it is.
I need more time.
Awesome.
Whatever you have to do.
Now, there are other data logs in this mission, but that's going to be shown off at the end of the video. So, without further ado, let's go on and go forwards to...
I'm under fire.
I forget what this mission's called. Lols. It's in the Boneyard area. This is the other way you can go across, just sprint jump all the way across, and it's actually much quicker.
Let's get in there.
And something of note, you can just skip on up to Rally Point Alpha, and these data pads will still be here. So, first one is over here in the corner. Go on and read that data pad.
Take it round.
Now, you remember earlier in my Let's Play, I jumped into a specific room going, anything in here? That was a little hint as to there is something actually in there. This time, we're actually gonna check it out. So yeah, let's go on and just run. You don't actually have to kill the grunts either, they just kind of ignore you. Run, Johnny, run! And, yeah. Second window. Breaker. Jump on in. And as you can see in the background, there is a data pad. And in fact, this is the thing that I was making reference to in the main Let's Play when I jumped in and basically said, is there something in here? Short data pad. And finally, the last numbered data pad in this game is in Lone Wolf. At the very start, just kind of run on over to this pipe. You can pick up the snipe if you want to, I don't. But just kind of platform on over, inside the pipe. Let's read! Like, see, they were shooting at me, I started reading it, and they suddenly stopped shooting at me. I find that a little weird. So yeah, now that all of this is done, the only data logs that I have left are the Easter egg data logs back in the package. I already showed off how to do that Easter egg in single player, so if y'all want to see it, go to the package mission and check it on out. I do show off how to do it. Once I get to 7, they do that. So yeah, after bypassing all of that fun stuff back in the package, let's go on and read these data logs. And the very first one that I read actually makes reference to Rooster Tooth and Red vs. Blue, which I found kind of hilarious. Subject: Red vs. Blue. We all love Caboose. So yeah, this the last of this is going to be full of databases. So yeah, this episode is generally done now. There are about, if I remember right, there are 6 databases in this room that you can read, 3 on each side, obviously. Yeah. Or maybe, I don't know. This one's talking about what will happen in Halo 1. And then we got Fight the Flood. Master Chief's kicking Flood in its ass. HFC classified, huh? I like pie. Who doesn't like pie? And it looks like that was the last of the databases. I took another walk around the room just to be completely sure. And this, viewers, marks the end of this episode. Let's end with a serene look as we fade to black. We will see y'all next time, viewers.